Hey, this is Diggy here from ForexHabits.com. Today is my favorite day. It's a Sunday, which means markets are closed and I can relax and take my time to look at the charts and do my analysis for the next week ahead. Now it is the 15th of July and we're going to have a look at Euro US dollar. Now this is a daily chart of the Euro US dollar. I'm going to add a MACD histogram indicator to this chart. And now we're going to look at what's going on. Now, as you know, Euro US dollar has recently declined rapidly. In the last, say, 2 months, it has declined from about 132 all the way down to 121.60, 68 to be exact. And I think personally it's time for a bit of a rally and a bit of a bounce, since we're running far away from these averages on the daily chart. These are exponential moving averages. This is the 21, this is the 50, and this is the 100. And you can see what happens when the price action runs too far away from the 100 exponential moving average. You get big bounces back to it, like here to the upside, bounce, 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 or up, 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 up. Then too far away from the average, crashing back down to it. Here, down, 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 too far away from it, and all the way back up. And you see this time and time again. And now we're in a situation where we're kind of far away from the average again. And not only that, but what we're seeing here is a big divergence in price action and the RSI on the daily chart. And you can see where it made this bottom at 122.86 compared to where the RSI was super oversold at a level of 19. And you can see now the price action even made a lower low at 121.60, I think it was. And look where the RSI is, it actually made a higher low. So this is something I talked about. I put out an analysis, I think on Thursday night it was, where I put a trade recommendation to go long Euro US dollar at 122.05 with a stop at 121.50 or just below that, and targeting the upside. I think we're going to hit at least 124, 125, but maybe if this theory of going back to the 100 exponential moving average works out, then we could go back as high as 127, 128, which is an enormous rally. Now we're still in that trade. We're currently at a profit of about 40 pips, which is always good, which means we can put the stop at break even at 122, or I actually want to keep it at 121.50. It gives a bit of breathing room, and it only risks 50 pips on this trade for a potential of actually a few hundred pips to the upside. Now, although this MACD histogram is still below the zero line, it is looking like it can bottom at the moment and can turn back up, but that's maybe a bit preemptive. We're going to change this to a weekly chart and we're going to see what happens. Look at this lovely little candle for the week. Now, a candle like this could actually mean a temporary bottom on a weekly chart. You see it often enough if you go back. I mean, you can see one over here also at this level here. This is a good example, and you can see what happens. Now, the RSI and the other indicators on the weekly chart are not as oversold as they could be, so there is potential for more downside, especially since these averages crossed on the weekly. But as I said, I think there's potential for a run up to 124, 125, 126, somewhere around there, before heading further down. Before the trend actually turns to the upside, and before I would be bullish in Euro US dollar, it would have to break this descending trend line that we've been under, and that means it would need to break currently about 129 to the upside before I would become bullish on this pair. So my guess for the week ahead, and maybe the next couple of weeks, is we're going to see a rally. We should have seen the low at 121.60, and I'm holding my long trade position from 122.05 and keeping my stop at about 121.50, and we're going to ride this up. Of course, as the price goes up, I will move my stop loss up to protect this trade, to remove any risk, and possibly even to lock in some profits. Now, that was the Euro US dollar analysis. I might do a couple of more analysis, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is youtube.com/users/forex habits. Now, and be sure to check out the blog too at forexhabits.com, subscribe via email, and get these analysis and email updates directly to your inbox so you can take advantage of my analysis and of my trading recommendations, which hopefully will be profitable. But always do your own research and always use a stop loss. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and always trade accordingly to your account size. Cheers.